Yo, we are live. We are live. We are live in NYC. Special episode of the No Pun Intended podcast. It's your boy Pun, and I'm here with my co-host. Go ahead, bro.
It's your boy Quan. You know, like he said, we're here with some special guests live
Yes.
in NYC.
Yes, sir.
I'll give Pun the honors to
Yeah.
introduce him, drum roll and everything.
So, man, we got the warm-up show. We got Smoov. We got DJ Deeniro. We're in their building, but they're in the building, man. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you guys for having us, man.
Welcome.
Appreciate you guys.
Hey, man, it's y'all done showed us love twice. You know what I mean? We was on the warm-up show twice.
Y'all be tuned in though, so like
Yeah,
we gotta we gotta give back. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
Yo, so like on this show, we really just talk about anything that we want to really talk about. So that pertains to hip hop, sports,
Just wherever you want to go.
whatever
let's
we
go.
want to go,
Yeah,
wherever
it's
we
gonna
want to
be
go. So I'm gonna give it to Pun since it's
Wow.
Pun.
Wow, but I would be remiss, because Timmy in the building too. You know, he in the cut over there.
Shout out to the cuz.
Yes, OTF, and at time of recording, you know, we kind of ended it, you know, the one more show with this convo, man. At time of recording, Valentine's Day is coming up.
Okay.
Yes.
Um,
It's a time of love.
yeah,
That's a fact.
yeah.
It's a time of love. Nah, it's true.
Yeah,
That's what
it
they
is.
say.
It's
Whether
true.
you love yourself or you loving
Yeah,
somebody else,
bro.
it's that time of love.
Yo,
Yeah,
listen.
that was deep.
That was deep. That was deep.
That was deep.
That's a Hallmark card. That's
I like it. I'm gonna tell my girl that.
Oh, okay. I'm glad he said it. I was just about to ask him.
And the setup begins.
Now we getting
That was
to
a
it.
walk-in, man.
Nah,
What
I
the
mean,
hell?
2 minutes in and we already getting
Yeah.
to
For
it.
real,
Yes.
like, damn. For real. All right, what's up?
Damn, this guy. The trade deadline news. He's,
So
nah,
what's up, man? Like
yeah.
you got Valentine's Day coming up. How are you spending it?
I already have it planned out, so we
Somebody.
going to-
Yeah. Somebody.
You know,
That's
clap
what I'm
it up, clap
talking
it up.
about.
Like, so we going to this steakhouse, steak and lobster. It's called Krishner's, someplace like that. And then after that, she had something planned, some like
Okay.
I don't know what she
Yeah,
had planned.
yo, we mad childish.
this right here is a penny drop.
Oh yeah,
He said, "Oh yes."
that's on the playlist.
Nah,
Okay.
I feel you.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to Valentine's Day.
Nice. Okay. Is this the first one with her or
Yeah. First.
Oh, nice.
That's
Oh,
why
yeah, the first one to be popping, and then
after that
it's
it goes downhill? I'm just saying.
What words of encouragement?
I was looking forward to it.
Oh, man. Listen, man, I'm a man
I
of
wanted
experience.
to be with her forever.
Oh my god.
I already had next
She
year's
was
plan.
the one.
I had next year planned already.
I had next year planned already.
So
Whoever-
Oh man.
So what y'all got? Y'all got some Valentine's Day plans?
Hell no, I'm going to work.
Nah, I'm single. I'm spending with my daughter. That's it.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Aight.
I'm be at work, man. I love money, so.
See,
Hey.
there you
Hey,
go.
that's how you spending Valentine's Day.
Huh? Yo,
Yeah.
listen,
Facts.
That's loving yourself too.
that's self care.
Yeah.
I'm big on that.
Yeah,
Facts.
I'm with you. Valentine's Day is
But do you
business.
like? All right. So, in my time, you know what I'm saying? Like, I talked to multiple women, and
past tense?
they
Past tense.
yeah, past tense,
Yeah.
right? And they speak about like, oh, guys should really like buy us flowers, blah blah blah,
Mhm.
right? Now, do you really buy your girls flowers on Valentine's Day, knowing that?
It's just for
Not
that
to
day.
say that she expects it, but she would rather it like on the humble type thing, like, yo, random day he just came and got me flowers. So
Yeah.
now are you mindful of like, damn, like I don't want to just do it because it's Valentine's Day, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I send flowers to to whoever I'm talking to at that time.
Hey, choose your
Yeah,
words
he had to
wisely.
clarify that. He had to clarify it real quick.
To the woman,
Disclaimer.
just one.
Just one of them.
Plural.
Yeah, I sent them flowers. March. 23rd. I'll send flowers.
Oh,
June.
so you send it
June,
around your birthday.
No. That's not my birthday. That's not my birthday. That's not my birthday.
It's like, yeah, my
That's a
birthday's
couple
coming
days
up.
after.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Nah, I meant to say I'll do it on any day. Like
Any given time.
Yeah,
you'll do it.
I
Nice.
don't. First of all, women, man.
He wants to get crazy.
No. I'm
Man,
not
hey, this is
saying.
Pun's thoughts.
No.
You know it's serious when he start off. Listen, first
Hey,
of all,
listen, man. Listen.
Y'all need
Yeah,
to-
once that listen
need-
man come out,
Y'all
it's
need to want
over.
better for yourselves. Like.
Oh, man.
He about to Kevin
No,
Samuels.
no,
Game
no.
is-
No, I'm saying, y'all Valentine's Day, y'all got too much high expectations. Y'all expect this,
Oh, y'all speaking real.
Oh.
Y'all speaking real ish right now.
Problem too is that now when you get them flowers all year round, because I do with my girl, I get them flowers all year round. When Valentine's Day show up, it gotta
Can't come
be
with no
like
flowers.
the mother of flowers.
Yeah.
That'd be like the
Yeah.
50K.
It's like whatever
bouquets.
you spend regular on flowers, you're gonna
Yeah.
spend
Triple that.
almost double, triple because
Yeah.
the price go up.
Oh, yeah.
And then on top of that, you gotta
Especially if you get it.
you
Especially
gotta
if
get
you-
the bag on the like
and that's just off you being a good dude to your
teddy
girl.
bears, all that chocolate.
Yeah.
And you end up
That's
Yeah.
see,
you know,
we're not
spending a
even.
good
So, all right,
so it's
this
basically
question, right?
incentive.
Hold on. This just struck me just now, right? So you said not only all year, but you got to go extra on Valentine's Day
Yeah.
because of the things you already do, right?
Yeah.
Facts.
Where's all that stuff after she gets it?
I mean, flowers
Better
die.
be in a pot.
Obviously, the flowers are dead. I'm talking about all the other stuff, like the bears and the.
Oh, no, the bears stick around. Yeah, the bears stick around. Everything else goes.
Oh, okay. No, I'm just making. I'm just
Yeah.
copy.
Man. But I got a question. Right? And this question comes up a lot around this time of year. What's
are
the
we?
No.
I
mean, sometimes
that's one of
that
them.
comes
That
up
happens
too.
yeah.
No, my bad.
We're gonna go around the room. What's the worst Valentine's Day gift? Either you got somebody or you got or they got you. What's the worst Valentine's Day gift? And then we'll go to the best. We're gonna kick it off.
go,
We're gonna
Quan?
kick it
Go
off.
ahead.
I'm
Quan?
trying to think.
Nah,
I'm
I
trying to
gotta
think,
think.
honestly.
I mean, box.
I ain't gonna lie. Like, don't give me no.
Kinda right.
Don't give me no
Like, that's
pussy
it?
for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, like
I've
that was
gotten-
my Valentine's Day.
I've gotten the this is young punny. It's like
It's like
I don't usually
Come
do
on.
this.
you gave me that last night. Like,
The night before
Now-
that wasn't
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
Like,
I got some.
and then how do y'all feel? It sounds crazy, right? But like, how does it feel like when you see your man's got something for Valentine's Day from his shorty, and she go all out for him, and you looking at your shorty like, damn,
You ain't
you
doing
just
shit
got-
for me.
you just got me some pussy though.
The same pussy from the night before.
Yeah, like,
It's the same raggedy pussy
Nah, I
I've been
feel-
hitting all year.
and you was tired, like,
Yeah, nah.
You was
I definitely
preparing-
feel away.
yeah,
I
I'm
definitely
gonna
would feel away.
Of course,
Just
yeah.
because, like,
But
Like he
are we wrong for that? Because you know how most people would be like, oh, niggas is sensitive, niggas is on some good shit. Like,
I mean, at least if she's gonna do that, at least let it be like make it a little special. Throw on some lingerie or
spicy
something.
with
Yeah,
it.
you know what I mean. Do
rose
something a little
petals to the
extra.
bed, some shit.
Yeah,
like
you
that.
know, something a little extra to
Spice
make
it
it be
up.
like, okay, all right.
oh, so you want the rose petals?
Nah,
Yo, I tried to let my man slide. I was gonna start.
Listen,
I was gonna start, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna let him live.
Nah, that's what he's getting for Valentine's
listen,
Day.
man. Whatever you like, man. We don't discriminate.
yeah.
Wow,
You got the rose petals?
I ain't get shit.
She did the rose petals?
Oh,
Oh
see,
wow, she
that's
decked out the
dope.
hotel room.
That's
Okay, like
dope,
that's
right?
He decked out the
Yeah, but don't do that
hotel
at the
room.
crib.
Nah, not at the crib though.
Yeah, no,
It
not
gotta
a
be a getaway. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fire. That's fire.
Yeah,
That's fire.
don't do no rose petals at the house.
God
Nah,
bless
man,
her,
it's
man.
the same house
Yeah.
that I
Make sure you don't
have sex
fuck
with the
up, huh?
same pussy.
On the same bed.
On the same bed,
I
the
told him the
same
same
pillow,
At least change the sheets. Like,
the
damn.
same
You ain't even
sheets.
wash the sheets.
The same towel for the night before. It's on the floor. It's like
Shit. I done had a lot of those nights.
Oh man.
nah. It's
Yeah. Wait,
So I think Like you said, either getting some pussy or not getting nothing at all. It has to be like the worst gift.
Yeah, no, I mean I've seen it. I've like,
But do you expect the gift though?
Nah, I don't expect.
So you can't really be tight.
can't
like
be
if
mad,
you don't
you
get
can't be
nothing.
mad. It's just like damn, like
But I would want like boxes. You know what I'm saying? Like briefs.
T-shirts.
Yeah.
I would appreciate that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and then that's the thing too. Like, we all get fly, right? Like we all get our sneakers, clothes, and all that stuff. Sometimes the girls be like, "Oh, but you got all these sneakers. You got all like you don't need no more." Blah blah blah. And it's just like, nah, I could use another pair. Like,
Word.
There's
you know what
always
I'm
another
saying?
pair in
Or
the
you could
world.
get me a nice little tech suit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll be okay with that. Like, but girls don't. You know what I'm saying? They some of them think like, you know, this is not a day for that. Like, if she's your shorty, like if she's you know does things for you and all that stuff, then
that.
you're gonna have to go more for her. But I feel like the girls that don't really do shit, like this is your opportunity, you know what I'm saying?
yourself.
To prove like, you know, I ain't did shit all year, but I got you today.
Yeah.
Like, and we gonna post it and all that stuff. But some bitches don't even do that. Like,
I'm not gonna say all women, but like, you know, there's some girls who go all out all year. You know what I mean? Like they go.
Facts, yeah.
There's girls who do that. You know what I mean?
There are.
I mean,
yeah,
he going through that right now.
Hey man, you know,
I'm
I'm blessed. Man.
Quan got
I'm blessed,
an
man.
all year chick.
I'm blessed,
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
That's all I can
damn,
say.
why
That's
she
a
gotta
good
be
one.
whoa easy?
No, I mean,
No, I'm just saying like
no, she go all year. Oh yeah, like props to her.
no, I
Yeah.
know.
That's why. You know what I mean? That's not
she's
why.
not a chick. She's a woman.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. Huh?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, she go all out for him. You know
That's
what I mean?
what's up. Keep her around.
Yeah,
Trying
she go
to,
all out.
trying
You know what I'm
to
keep it
saying? Like
around.
that's
Listen, man.
that played
When
a
you say
factor.
tried, you already lost, bro.
You're right. I'm going to.
You going
I'm
to.
going
There you
go.
I'm going to. You're right.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
you gotta make sure.
The streets out here is
I'm
reckless,
trying to play
trust me.
catch up. All my friends is cuffed. It's like, you know what I'm saying?
I gave up on that a long
Oh
time.
man.
Man, shout out.
I don't really care about that no more. Like it used to be cool, right? You know, all your bros bring their girls, and
Yeah.
then after a while, like the girls get a little chatty. Yeah, like how am I gonna unbeef you guys? Like I don't got time for that. Like me and my mans, we chill all the time. We don't
Yeah.
never get in no beef. Soon as the girls get around each other, it's like, oh yeah,
Man, that's
well
a
I
fact.
I heard about
That's
this
something
and
you
I
gotta worry about, man.
I mean, I don't gotta worry about that. Y'all gotta worry about that.
Nah, yeah.
The reason why I ask is because you've been in a relationship for a little while now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, I think once 3 years go in, I'm probably like, it gets a little weary. How do you keep that going with Shorty?
Yeah, that is a fact. Cause I never made it to that far, ever.
You a specialist to me, so we gotta ask you, bro.
Started sweating. Niggas.
He wiping his forehead right now. He
He trying not to get in trouble.
I mean, nah. It's all about
choose your words wisely, bro.
And it's simple. I know everybody's gonna say it, but I guess it's all about communication and getting an understanding of how the person is and what the person like and dislike. Like for instance, you know what I'm saying? Like I've always been a person about myself. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like
I mean,
if I buy a 2 liter or something, I'm drinking that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
I might not offer it to people because you know what I'm saying? Like
It's
that's
yours.
just
For
me.
myself.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking about my shit.
Yeah.
Like now I have manners, so of course if I have people in the crib or whatever and I'm like seeing niggas thirsty, I'm like, oh shit, you want something to drink? Yeah. But I've always been somebody that's kind of been like, you know, I've worried about myself. But when you're in a relationship, you can't always worry about yourself. Yeah. So I have a tendency of sometimes like drinking all the juice and not saving her some. And it'll get her mad. You know what I'm saying? And then it'll be like, I'm kind of like
See,
setting
but that would
myself
get
up.
me mad though.
But like I'm kind of
Because like we live together.
But I'm setting myself up because if she's saving shit for me, you know what I'm saying? Like let's say if she buy the juice and then she saves, or she be trying to pour me cups and shit, and then I get the juice and I just drink the shit without even seeing if she wanted a cup. Yeah, it's like I'm making myself look bad and I'm setting myself up for failure. You know what I'm saying? So. For me, it's like
I'm still not there yet.
Yeah, I was about to say, yo, how you
I was thirsty, so I drank. But if you was thirsty, you would get the juice too.
Oh,
You feel me?
man,
Like
this guy.
that's my thought process, bro. Like, and it's not.
I feel you like.
Yeah.
I might ask you too. Like,
You gotta ask, like,
Yeah.
that's what it really was. Sometimes I be knowing.
even
the
when I
answer.
know that, yeah, exactly.
I be
Like,
damn. Because 9 out of 10, sometimes I won't offer her because I'll be like, she not gonna drink this at this time, or she just finished this or whatever, and I already know she's not gonna say so. I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna kill it. And sometimes I gotta ask anyway, just because I know, like,
that gets
she'll
me
remember,
tight,
like, damn,
son.
you didn't even ask me
I mean-
if I wanted some, and I'll be like, damn, like, I knew you was gonna say no.
I mean, but I mean,
It's a thought that counts.
it's exactly it's a thought that
that's
counts.
that's what they want.
And
That's what they want. It's a thought.
yeah, it's just they want you to. It's just exactly, especially if they're thoughtful. They want you. They want to.
Yeah,
They
that's
want to
a fact,
feel.
'cause they're gonna do it for
They
you.
want to feel like that
So it's
energy
like,
is
damn.
reciprocated, in which I would feel that way too. Like if I'm always asking somebody, you know what I mean? If I'm asking if I'm always asking my significant other, you know what I mean, if for something, or if they're okay, and then they don't do that for me, I'm gonna start being like, yo, I'm gonna start feeling that way, like I'm not appreciated. They want to feel, you know what I mean? You want to feel appreciated.
Yeah.
So that's all it is, just appreciation. But you know, Deeniro, I mean, you're in a different situation than us. How is it dating, like having a daughter, like having a kid? Is it? I'm sure. Is it more difficult?
It is and it's not, because like me, I kind of keep at this current time, like I kind of keep my dating life and my family life like separate,
Okay.
because I'm not at that point yet where I'm with that certain female where it's like,
Yeah.
all right, I can bring the two together.
Okay.
So, you know, I don't pick up FaceTimes when I'm with my daughter. I don't pick up phone calls.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If my daughter calls me and I'm with somebody, I tell them like, yo, look, don't say nothing. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just kind of out of respect, because although me and my daughter's mother aren't together, I don't want her to see her dad out with different women, and
Yeah.
you know, just I want to set like that standard. I want to kind of set that example for her, so she's like, yo, my dad did this, although, you know,
she didn't see the. Other
Yeah.
yeah, you know,
Exactly.
although him and mommy aren't together, he still set the standard of this is the kind of guy that I should be around, that I should want. Now, you know, once I do meet that person where we hitting it off and we're a couple years, you know, we're a year in, 2 years in, and it's like, all right, cool. Now I can say, well, look, I'm gonna bring you around my daughter. Now we can start doing that type of thing. But as of right now, nah, I don't. I keep it separate. I keep it completely separate.
What's up?
I got a question. Since you do have a daughter, and obviously I'm sure you do go out on dates and so you see chicks. Do you find it? I wouldn't say easier, but maybe like, do you find it better dating women with kids since you have a kid, and it's maybe something that you could relate on, or you rather date chicks single since they don't
No
have
kids.
to? Like, you get what I'm saying?
See, and that's something that I'm going through, that I've went through like in the last last year or so. Like I've been meeting chicks that got, a lot of chicks, especially as we get older, a lot of chicks have kids.
Yeah.
2 kids, 3 kids sometimes,
Yep.
So
Oh man.
it's
Touch the nerve. Touch
struck
the
the
nerve.
nerve with him. But
Daddy
it
time.
gets difficult. It gets difficult because,
Stepdaddy time.
I'm on a set schedule with my daughter. So
Yeah.
I know when I'm not gonna have her, when you know what I mean? Like I'm on a set schedule. Like my schedule, my life is on the schedule pretty much.
Yeah.
I keep it like that. So if somebody can't meet me halfway with that, or somebody can't at least understand that, then it makes it a little difficult. You know what I mean? Like I would rather, at this current moment, I would rather date somebody who don't have a kid at all, who's completely single, don't got no kids, no baby daddies, nothing, and that's just can up and go whenever she feels like it. Because when I'm ready to up and go,
Yeah.
I want that person to be with me like, yo, let's go.
Yeah.
And then,
But now, as far as wifey type, like, let's say you trying to move in with a chick, like let's say you meet a girl, y'all get serious, y'all trying to move in, y'all trying to do the whole, take the whole steps on becoming. Would you rather somebody that's already a mother, and then you bring your kid also into the family, and y'all have
now y'all have your own
own
family.
family, or would you
together.
rather her learn for the first time with you and go through the steps brand new, or her already kind of knows? So
her being the stepmom?
her
Yeah.
being like the stepmom, but already knowing like the moves to make type shit.
It's to
You
be
gave her a
honest.
little too much credit though. No, I said I think you gave her a little bit too much credit when you said, you know, she should know what she's doing at that
Nah, I
moment.
mean-
'cause-
No, I'm saying that she's a mother already.
no, I'm saying
Nah,
if she
yeah.
wasn't a mother, that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
I think you get because you said she should know how to handle that situation, but some
Being a
girls
mom.
don't know that.
Assuming he's
No, but even
have
but
mother-
even he probably could want to wife her, but she's still not ready to be the stepmom.
Yeah,
you get
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
trying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like you could possibly be starting a toxic marriage only because you think everything is good, and she said that she can handle that situation, and then things are actually happening. You guys are actually married, and then all of a sudden,
Now she can't handle it.
Let's ask the man.
no, I'm just saying. My bad, man.
I wanted to see what his thing, because he has a kid. So I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah.
if he wants the stepmom type, or he wants
I mean,
Shorty to just like
Learn as she goes.
It depends.
her
like
own family. Type,
Oh, yeah,
her own
yeah, yeah.
brand new family.
Yeah.
it depends, because see, a lot of females, either they have little sisters or little nephews and stuff like that, so they kind of are around kids that type.
They have a more nurturing side
or
to them
or
than
you might meet a female that's what she wants. She wants to be a mother someday.
Yeah.
It might not happen. She might not have a kid right now, but one day she's like, yo, that's something that I want for myself, to have a kid. So she's already putting that mother mindset in her brain already. Like, yo, this is something that I want. And when it happens, I know I'm going to be ready for it. Cool. But I mean, I would rather somebody who, because see, I'm already a father. My daughter's already 4. She's about to be 5. So I'm already in it. Like I'm already used to it at this point. So if I'm with somebody, she don't got a kid, and I see like we gonna take it there to the next level, I'm a kind of like coach her along the way and tell her like, yo, look, I understand we in this, you want a kid, cool, I'm with that. So let's use my daughter as a stepping stone, as your example on how we're gonna be once you have the baby.
And if she does a great job, you're gonna be even more
wanting to do that.
wanting to do that, because
Exactly.
you see what she does.
potential
Yeah,
is,
exactly.
yeah,
You see the
so-
potential, so you're gonna be even more. You know what I mean? You'll probably fall for it even more.
Yeah,
Seeing-
especially if it hits off the right way.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't, then I know already how to approach it. I know
Yeah.
already where to go with the situation,
Yeah.
because if I'm bringing you around my daughter and then you kind of can't handle it, then I know off rip, like,
It's
all
not
right,
gonna-
this
it's
ain't
gonna be a
gonna be,
It's a-
yeah.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why I said at this point in my life, man, I'd rather just deal with a shorty who don't got no kids. And like I said, when I'm ready to up and go, like me now, like I'm ready to go on vacation, and dealing with shorties with kids, it's like, nah, I got my kids. It's like,
It's not even true though.
Go
Some of
ahead.
them are gonna get away.
Bro, that's
We
a
talking about
fact.
good mothers.
Oh,
That's a fact.
Got the banging grandparents.
That's
Yeah,
true too.
yeah.
That's true too.
yeah.
Well, that's
easy.
true, too.
It's
That's
easy
true.
when
Yeah,
shorty
you're
got
right, you're
one.
right, Or they're
Yeah.
gonna
Take
leave
that
him with the baby father. Or they
That's
gonna,
what,
Yeah.
but you got to remember, a lot of times the baby father not around, or the baby father
That
want
is
to be
true.
on something.
He.
You know what I mean?
As soon as he found out why,
Exactly. He like, nah, I'm busy this weekend. It's like, yo, really? Like,
you're gonna go on
That's when you
vacation
gotta-
and leave me with the kids.
oh, word? It's like, oh, nah, I'm busy.
Yeah,
So,
nah,
On
it's
vacation with someone else.
yeah, like,
wild.
it gets tricky. It gets tricky, man. And that's why, when you're dealing with somebody who has one kid,
yeah,
it's like, it's a little more easier than dealing with somebody who got like 2 or 3.
yeah.
And especially if it's like 2 or 3 with like one dude, this dude, that, and it's more than one dude, it's like, it gets a little tricky, because then she's always going to be stuck with one of the kids. Even if she could say, let's say shorty got 2 kids, she got 3 kids, 3 different baby daddies.
Yeah.
She's not going to get rid of all 3 kids at one time.
Nah.
She's going to get stuck
That's
with
not-
That's
not
That's
true
a red
though.
flag. That's all the flags.
3 different baby daddies and 3 kids?
I mean, it could
To
be
me-
a red flag that
to
the
me-
box is really good, or
But
it could
then
be a
is
red
that
flag
green
that.
then?
Is that a green flag? Then?
No, that is a green
That's
flag.
a green
flag.
Because, bro,
flag.
think about it. If three niggas don't went in there and splashed it up, it's like, yo, that shit got to be good. It got to be fire.
So then,
If they leaving it in, it got to be fire.
She got the aquarium.
That's what I'm saying. If they leaving it in,
Squirtle.
they shooting the club up. It got to be fire.
She squirt.
Nah, there's
There
definitely-
is. There is.
But now, do you judge her? Do you judge her off of the dudes?
Oh,
Yeah.
The
yeah.
3 dudes, like, do you judge her like, nah, I can't even take it that far with you. Like, your baby fathers is great. Like,
yeah.
yeah,
You got to. You got to. You got
Yeah.
to.
Yeah,
And I mean,
feel you.
because that's just. Well, I mean, I don't know. Yeah. Nah. I mean, I don't want to say this about. I don't want to say this about Owen, but it tells a lot about their character. About
It does.
about who they decide.
Yeah.
Like if you have 3 kids with 3 dudes, and all 3 of these dudes are, you know what I mean, like
but what if she didn't know that he wasn't shit?
Nah, but what I'm
3 times.
yeah, that's what he's saying.
you can't fool me again.
At some point,
You really look at it, though, in a lifetime.
oh man,
In a lifetime, 3 ain't that bad.
nah, 3, bro,
You got
3,
bamboozled 3
Nah.
times.
She thought the third one would be the last one, man.
nah, 3, bro.
Once it goes after 3, that's when I feel like.
Yeah, but at some point in time, it's like you got to look at Shorty and you got to be like, yo, look, like, why you like
You got
you
bamboozled.
didn't figure
3
it out?
times?
Like, what? You made 3 bad decisions? Like,
you got
why
bamboozled
didn't-
3 times. That means
yeah, like you got to ask yourself, why didn't you had 3 opportunities to be with this person? Why didn't none of them stay around? Like, what is it?
Yeah.
So
It's the reason
so
why
she's
none of
the
them
problem?
stood around.
She's the
She
problem?
might be.
It might. Yeah, she might be.
She might be.
depends,
It
though.
What if
depends.
It depends.
What if she's like a OD loving kind of?
No. Yeah. I mean,
Nah,
dude,
nah,
it
it
really
really
depends.
depends.
That's
It
a
really
possible. Yeah, it
depends.
depends.
It's possible.
It depends. It's possible.
But she might be the problem. It might be her.
But if she's from the Bronx, she's the problem.
Oh man. Damn.
BX.
DX.
How y'all niggas
That's
from
what-
Orlando coming out here
Yo,
talking about
facts, huh? Yo, oh my God.
That's crazy.
I can't be talking about my city like that. Even though we try not to consider the Bronx part of New York, but still, y'all can't talk about.
Hold on, is she from Uptown? It's red flag.
Oh man.
Nah, they be fire though.
Nah, yeah. If our favorite rapper is Max B, red flag.
Oh man.
He's wavy though.
Facts.
Pause.
Yeah, I mean, no, Isaiah Rashad.
No word.
No, Isaiah Rashad. Yo, man. Yeah, let's get out of that, man. Man, let's talk about the warm-up show, man.
So, what we talking about, man?
Yeah, man. Now y'all doing your thing. Y'all do your thing out there. You know, you said we tune in. I tune in all the time. Quan tunes in all the time. We definitely chop it up about the warm-up show, man. Like, where did this idea of the warm-up show come from? Like, tell me the you know, how did it get to this point?
I mean, it really started. I want to say it started even before we even started doing the show, kind of.
Okay.
Because even growing up, me and Smoov, we kind of always had that. It was always like, I'm gonna put it like this: like, regardless of the time that me and him don't speak, whenever we do link up, we pick up right away from where we left off the last time that we seen each other. It might be a year, it might be a couple months, but it's like it's no awkwardness between us. It's always we pick up right back from where we left off, and he's the type that we could talk about anything, and it's natural. Like, the conversation just flows. We don't, like, there's people that do shows where they got to have a whole schedule of what they're going to talk about, when they're going to talk about it. Like, me and him, we bounce topics back and forth, but there's no, like, oh, at this time we're going to talk about this. Nah, we just off the fly. Like, we just go with
flows.
it. Yeah, you know? And I feel like when you starting something with somebody, you kind of got to have that natural chemistry with that person for it to go right. And as far as the show, you know, I've done radio shows in the past, and it was more just me by myself kind of doing it. And when I got part of HMG and, you know, talks was, yo, we're going to start doing radio shows. I kind of wanted to do something different. I kind of wanted to bring on somebody so where we can have that. Because, you know, everybody nowadays, they want the dialogue. They want the podcast kind of talk.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know, me doing a radio show with just me DJing, it's cool. Yeah. I'm going to get a lot of listeners, but, you know, you kind of want that topic talk. You kind of want that back and forth. So I thought in my head, like, well, who would be that person that I could bring on that it'd be good like that? And I'm like, damn, I could talk about anything with this man. You know, like, we can literally talk about relationships. We could talk about sports. We could talk about music all day long because as much as I am a DJ, this man knows his music, you know, front to back. So, and it is a music show, you know? So I'm like, I can't go off of somebody. I can't be on a music show with somebody who I can't kind of touch every type of topic when it comes to music, and they kind of get lost. Like, I can talk about Stack Bundles with this guy, and he'll know who a Stack Bundles is. A lot of people, they'll be like, oh, I don't really know. I got to do my homework on that. Like, but he knows off rip. Like, he knows, you know what I mean? Even if it's somebody who he kind of don't know, he'll still, like, be able to touch on it a little bit from what he does know, which is why I'm like, yo, it's no better person than for me to grab him up. And then when I approached him about it, you know, we always kind of had talks on doing stuff like that. And even regular conversations me and him have, like, it's conversations that we have, and it's like, damn, we should really record this. Like, this would be a moment right here. Yeah. Even growing up, hanging out, because I've known this guy for damn near, 20 years now? Has to be.
Probably going on, yeah.
Has to be at least 20.
Like junior high school.
Yeah. It has to be. Has to be maybe even longer. So,
well, I mean,
yeah, because
I moved to the block in 96.
96, yeah, and I moved to the block around the same time, and I was like 7 around that time. So
it's more than
it's
I was just giving you the time frame of when I got.
Yeah. So it's 20 plus years between me and this guy. So, you know, we went to junior high school together, you know, and we've always kept in touch with each other. So, as far as doing the show, it was just no other person. And then when I brought it to him, he was all for it, you know. He was like, yo, yeah, I'm with it. Let's do it.
The crazy thing is, before he brought it to my attention, you know, I used to we all go on like YouTube or, you know what I mean, you start, I feel like podcast wasn't like so big like a good 6-7 years ago, like how it is now. But back then, like watching The Breakfast Club or High 97, Ebro, whatever the case would be, and watching it on YouTube, and I'm like, damn, like, they're asking all these good questions, but, like, there's some that they could have asked or whatever, and just watching, like, the body language and just basically doing my research on, like, how to, you know, be in that space or whatever, and then when he brought it to my attention, I was just like, oh, all right, cool, like, sounds dope, like. And usually I'm not all for the jumping into a situation. Like, I gotta like see it first. I gotta know who's involved, whatever. But then we pulled up to the warm-up show, and it actually wasn't even called the warm-up show. We didn't even have a name.
Have a name when we first started.
We actually had to figure it out that time I pulled up or whatever. But yeah, we came up with the ideas right there and then. We came up with like figuring out like what time frames we're gonna do it, like some of the topics. Because it's on Thursdays, we came up with the throwback hour. And then just everything just started happening, like show after show after show, and then we was just like, yo, it would be dope if we interview people, like people that, you know, like people that want to be artists. We had people that came up here, specific DJs. Yeah. We had basically somebody we went to high school with. He's into real estate, but he had his own business. He had like a hookah lounge. So like we touch on all types of topics. Even when we do interviews, we interview whoever, you know what I'm saying? Like as long as it's like, you know, in the time frame that it's possible or feasible for, we try our best to get everybody involved, and It's been working out for us. 2 years in.
2 years, yeah.
2 years in, and been really consistent throughout that process. Basically, during the pandemic, like there was times where we didn't even know if we can get in the studio, but we still pulled up, and we've been working ever since, man.
Yeah, even I mean, aside from recently with the whole job situation, but even that, like, I think it's like on one hand that we can count the amount of shows that we done missed. Like, we haven't done a show at all. Like, even if he can't come, like, I'll still do the show by myself where I'm just mixing the whole time. But even that, like I said, it's like maybe 1 or 2 times that it hasn't been a warm-up show at all on a Thursday. And that's another thing that we kind of like, I kind of like spoke to him about, and we kind of like both agreed that like once we pick the day and the time, we're going to stick to it because we got listeners. So we don't want our listeners to get used to something and then we change up on them. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, because then we got to rebrand and we got to start everything all over again from the ground up and drag those people from Thursday over to a different day. So it's like we kind of stuck to the day that we picked and the time that we picked. Regardless of whatever else was going on, it was like, yo, we got to stick to this time. And if we do another show, it'll just be an added on bonus at this point. It won't be like we're moving to a different time or anything like that.
Also, like, you know, with all this technology and all that stuff, something that we're kind of like proud of is like we get people tuning in from like different countries.
Yeah.
Like, that was surprising to me because, you know, we had like literally just started, you know, promoting on our social media and stuff like that. But just to see like people from Colombia, people from Canada, people from all types of places in the world tuning into our show, where we thinking, all right, we just gonna get the locals, you know what I'm saying? Because we, you know, we are like promoted it on our socials, and we kind of have like the same friends, you know what I'm saying, or same people that follow us or whatever from like school or whatever, work or anything like that. We assumed that in the beginning it would be a little slow, like to catch on to other viewers and stuff like that, but it actually was the complete opposite. Like, more people outside of where we're from were tuning in and you know, going live on our social media. Like, a lot of people, you know, was on our live and they was just like telling us like how good we've been doing and stuff like that. So that's been fun, just getting like consistent feedback and you know, just supporting us, you know what I mean? Like, they just been asking us questions, you know, getting their shout outs and all that stuff. So, and anytime, you know, any close friends or our people that we're around, if they see us on live and they be like, yo, we want to pull up, and we just schedule a day for them, and then they come through and and then they have a good time. So
we try to keep an open door policy as far as the show. Like, we let anybody and everybody come up as long as it makes sense. You know what I mean? Like we're not just gonna have you pull up. Like, of course you could, you know, we have people that just pull up and they just want to hang out. You know what I mean? They just want to sit on the couch and just vibe, and they just want to chill, which is cool. You know, but then, you know, we kind of shy away from the people that they want to pull up and it's like they want to be on the show and stuff like that. But then it's like, all right, but what are you bringing to the table? Like, you got something to promote, you got something you doing, like, and we kind of don't interview people who don't really have nothing going on. Like, if you don't got nothing going on, you can pull up to the show. Like, we're not going to tell you and just chill. But, like, for us to interview you when you ain't really doing nothing, it's like, it's wasting our time. You know what I mean? Because it's like, it's a dead interview at that point.
Just want to be on the mic.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, why we interviewing you? Like, you're not, you know what I mean? If it's somebody famous, cool, we're going to interview you because you're famous. But you just in the hood like everybody else. It's like, why are we going to interview you for? You know what I mean? Like, you guys been up to the show multiple times. You guys have a podcast. You know what I mean? So it's like, at that point, it's like, we want to know how you guys started your podcast, you know, y'all whole situation. Y'all from another state. You know what I mean? we trying to grab y'all listeners, y'all grabbing ours. So it's a cross platform type of thing.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. Even Timmy with the music, he comes up here with music. He wants to we interview him about his music, his career, how he got started. You know what I mean? It's something going on there.
Yeah.
We can't just interview somebody who don't got nothing going on.
Yeah. It's not like, hey,
John.
It's not,
yeah.
it's not no party.
Yeah, you
It's
know what I
not
mean?
no-
Like
we take this serious. So at the end of the
Yeah.
day, like we just want to make sure
we're
that
not just up here just to doing it just because, you know, it's something
Yeah.
for us to pass the time and it's just like whatever to us. Like
Yeah.
we take it serious because in our eyes one day we do want to be on that level where we go to like a Hot 97 or Power 105 or some big radio
or just
station
having our own.
having our own show, you know what I mean? So we kind of like keep it strict like that to where it's like, yo, we take it serious, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
man, I'm happy for y'all, man. These 2 years, I remember when it started, you know what I mean? I was tuned in on the very first.
I remember when he showed me.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I got
So-
the app still on my phone.
Yeah.
man.
So, yeah, man. Like I remember day one. So I remember even talking to you. I actually on the wrestling rap game, but am I gonna call you Josh? I'm gonna call you Smoov.
Yeah, you could call. I don't even care what you call me. But, as long as you don't stop calling me, that's
Okay.
yeah.
So, all right. So for the warm up show, Smoov.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can call me Smooth.
I remember talking to you about it when I think when it was the idea was being brought up
presented,
or it being presented. And, I was like, I remember you was trying to think about the name and stuff. I remember, I remember all that. So man, to see y'all like 2 years later, and I'm looking around in the studio, you know what I mean? And, y'all doing your thing, man. And
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
man, it's
It's crazy. It feels like surreal. It feels like we already made it. But I know obviously we have higher expectations and stuff like that. But if you really look at the basically what's happening right now, like you could see it, like you know what I mean. You see the vision.
yes.
And it's just dope because everybody has their story. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Everybody, literally growing up, everybody wanted to be a rapper. Everybody wanted to, sing and all that
Yeah.
other stuff.
Ball player.
Ball player, right? Now it's like this is kind of like the thing. But for us, like we kind of caught it at a good time. Maybe early, maybe late, I don't know. But the way it's moving for us and it's actually showing and it's spreading to other people, you know what I'm saying? Like they're catching on, and when they come up here, they get inspired, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my guys, the Jones Hour. I actually did an interview over there, and Jones actually came over and did an interview here, and he was just like, "Yo, you know what I mean? This would be dope. Like I want something like this in the near future and stuff." And we was literally still working in here, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But because he's already on that mindset, he sees the bigger picture, you know what I'm saying? And it's just dope to know that you could really take whatever you really dream of or whatever you really work hard towards, you can really get that done.
Yeah.
And before this, I didn't really think that was possible because, I didn't try to do the studio thing. I didn't try to do the, you know what I'm saying? All those other things that you want to do when you're growing up and all that stuff. But sometimes it's difficult. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's hard trying to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of times we mess ourselves up, especially, I would say minorities, because they got to work extra hard for theirs, you know what I'm saying? So trying to put this situation together with probably like less resources and all that, like it's tough. So I could just imagine that young rapper, you know what I'm saying, that's been rapping all his life type thing, and then he gets that moment where he's going to the Grammys and all that stuff. Like I get it now. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you said like maybe you guys did it too late. I don't even agree with that, man. Because look, you got, especially like right now, look at like guys like Griselda. They've been rapping for a long time, and you know,
Just pop.
and that they just popped. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So
They popped
like
hard.
that, man.
Pause.
The hustle never, the grind is never over. You know what I mean?
Marathon continues.
Exactly. Like, who knows? You know what I mean? They probably. I think Benny the Butcher. He was rapping since he was, you know, a teenager.
Yeah.
You know, that's 20 years of grinding. You know what I mean? And finally, you know what I mean? He's there. You know, he got songs with. He just dropped a song with J. Cole, who's arguably one of, you know,
Arguably.
All the greats.
no, I mean,
The
We
greats.
could
No,
get
no,
into
no.
that. We
Yeah,
could get
yeah,
into
yeah.
that.
no, I was gonna say like arguably like the hottest rapper right now.
No, yeah, that's a
Yeah.
fact.
Nah, I feel you.
You know what I mean? Like he's killing it with the features. You know, he got the feature with YG and, you know, Moneybag. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So like I said, the grind never stops, and it's I think, man, I think we always on time, man. Whatever was, you know what I mean? Every route is meant to be to me.
Yeah, yeah. Like I feel like I tell Smoov all the time, like it's as long as we stay consistent and as long as we keep going, somebody's gonna pay attention to it. You know what I mean? Somebody who's bigger than us are gonna notice it, and they're gonna see what we see. You know what I mean?
That's
they're gonna see that vision.
That's the crazy thing too, because the consistency part didn't hit me until I wasn't consistently coming here. So like coming back in and out, it was just like, damn, like I'm itching to say certain things and do certain things, but it's just like it's not coming out the way I wanted to because I haven't been up here. Like we lost out on certain topics that we could have. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And trying to catch up to the topics that are happening now with knowing like, damn, we missed out on this, or, you know, that would have been good for that show or whatever the case may be. Yeah, that didn't hit me until like probably like a show or two ago.
Yeah,
And,
recently.
Yeah, just recently. So that's why, you know, I had to let the boss man know, like, yo, I need those Thursdays off. And you know, fortunately for me, like, you know, I could work my way around certain situations, and you know, I was kind of happy that he did that for me because if anybody's worked in retail, it's kind of hard to get specific days off and all that other stuff, and even don't get it twisted. Even if you're a manager, you feel me, like sis, some things you just can't control. You know what I'm saying? So, me back then, and that's why I said like I learned a lot in this process because me back then I probably would have been like, oh yeah, you don't want to give me my days off. Like I'm gonna start calling out. I'm gonna start wilding out. Like you ain't even gonna like me when I come to work. And now it's just more of a like, all right, cool. I'm gonna work my butt off, and then, you know, luckily he heard that from the reason why I feel like he gave me the days off is because somebody knew about the podcast and talked to him about it and opened his eyes to like, damn, like he really is doing this. You know, some people be like, oh, I got a podcast, and they be bullshitting or whatever. And like, you know, I had to like really like talk about that in front of, you know, employees or whatever, because we're introducing ourselves or whatever the case may be. And you know, I kind of like sent some pictures or whatever the case, and somebody, I guess, went to him and had a conversation with him about it, and you know, I guess he looked into like making sure my work-life balance was kind of good or whatever the case may be, and he wanted to make sure that I was able to do what I wanted to do outside of my workplace. So it was cool. Like, I had that conversation, he fixed it up right away, and then as soon as I found out that I had those days off, I hit up Deeniro like, yo, I'm back. You know what I'm saying? So, and then ever since then, it's been Gucci. Like, we're still trying to figure out the climate. We're about to go into, you know, springtime, hopefully in the next month or so, and we back outside.
Yeah, and that goes back to what I'm saying about that. As long as you stay consistent, like you're gonna meet those people who are gonna see it, who's gonna see the grind, they're gonna see that vision. So whether it be somebody who can help you, or whether it could be somebody like his boss in his position, where His boss could have been like, yo, I don't care what you're doing. Like, you're supposed to be here. This is your job. But his boss seen it. Like, yo, and this is not just coming from him. This came from somebody else who approached his boss like, yo, Smoov got something going on. Like, this is why he really needs his day off. He's not
Free
playing
Weezy.
around. You know what I mean? It wasn't like,
Gone to November.
yeah, maybe his boss might have took it as like, oh, this is something he do on his off time or whatever.
Yeah.
But when somebody else came to him and approached him and spoke about it, it was like, it kind of hit him like, oh, damn, maybe this is something really serious to him.
Yeah.
And then when he went back to him and had that conversation, he's seen it. And he's like, all right, you know what? I respect that. Because, like I said, it only takes that one time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, you can only make a first impression on somebody one time.
Yeah.
Like, you only got one chance to do that. So why not make it your best impression? You know what I mean? That's why even with him, when I have conversations with him about, we don't even talk about stuff that we're doing now. Like, we constantly talk about the future. We constantly talk about where this show is going to be next year or 2 years from now, where, we constantly talk about different people who might be listening.
Yeah.
Like, we interviewed Bushrock, DJ Bushrock. He's Nori's DJ. Everybody knows Nori from drink champs and stuff like that. He's been Nori's DJ for over 20 years, and we've interviewed him. And, he's posted it on his page. And, it's times where I talk to him like, yo, bro, what if after we did that interview, Nori happened to listen? You know what I mean? Because Nori's seen, oh, snap, my DJ did an interview with somebody. A lot of people want to interview me. They don't really want to interview my DJ. Let me check it out and see what it's about. That's somebody who could change both of our lives.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For the bigger. And, it's just that it just takes that one person. So if me and him could keep grinding and keep going and keep that consistency and make this show
I'd have been
as best as possible.
I'd have been fired. We on Drink Champs.
You know what I mean? Like,
And then I'd be like, yo, what he said in Paid in Full? You ain't see me, I ain't see you. Something like that, Walter. Like, what's up with Nori? Like,
yeah, man, it's a
crazy.
fact. It's a fact, man. And
Yeah.
and it just takes that one chance that where, like, if we doing our best and they see it, we know we being consistent. We know we putting in the work, and they come and I'm glad that, like, if they would have caught it in the beginning stages, they could be able to point out flaws and say, oh,
Yeah.
it's all right, but it could be better.
That's growing pains.
Yeah. But now that we've been so consistent with it, and it's been 2 years, and we got the flow of the show down packed, we know pretty much like the back of our hand when we come here.
Yeah.
It's like if anybody tunes in, they can see it. Like, they can't even tell the difference if they're listening on the app or if they're listening to it on an actual radio station at this point.
Yeah.
Because of the structure and how we have the show set up. So it's like, if somebody bigger than us was to hear it, they can easily say, like,
Yeah.
well, damn, we can take this exact show and move it to a major radio station and it'll just fit perfect. We don't even have to change anything.
and we don't even have to tell them what to
We
do.
don't exactly. We don't got to
That's
tell them
another
anything.
thing, like,
You already have the.
some people
y'all got the
get
game plan
structure and
already.
everything.
Some people get employed for these situations,
Yeah.
but they need the guidance or they need help structuring. They need, some of them don't do well with being on camera, all
Yeah.
that stuff. So
I mean, it's like a situation with like Joe Rogan or Joe Budden where
don't bring up Joe Rogan.
yeah.
Leave that guy alone. Nah, but I get it.
You know what I'm saying? Like they started it. Like Joe Budden was on SoundCloud. He was doing his own uploads, and then got the Spotify deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel like he's the one that pioneered this whole thing.
Podcast wave.
Oh, yeah. That's a fact.
Honestly.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I still listen to Joe Budden podcast.
I definitely tune into.
To like, he just figures out ways.
Yeah.
Especially even like, I mean, a lot of people know about it now. It went public, obviously, but when he fired Roy and Maul, I was a little confused in the beginning. I'm like, yo, I thought those were your mans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
facts.
but a lot of things happen behind the scenes. But literally, it was happening right in front of our eyes because like the chemistry was off as they was doing their shows, and it didn't hit me. Like, I didn't think they were. I knew something was wrong. It looked weird, but it didn't hit me until that happened, and I'm like, oh, that's what that was. You feel me? And it makes it interesting now to tune into both shows because now I want to see like how Rory and Maul is gonna like
move on,
find a way to because ultimately you're gonna want to be better than the place that you left.
Yeah.
Whether it was a thing about Joe or
About
I didn't
them.
want to be on that show anymore. Now you have your own joint. A lot of people saying like, "Yo, they're not gonna survive without Joe Budden," and I think they actually doing
They
pretty
They
damn
got a
good.
bag too.
Then they aren't they?
Yeah, they got a bag.
Yeah.
Then they get a
I think they got a deal.
I think
a
they got a
deal with-
Spotify.
a Spotify
I
deal?
don't know if it's Spotify.
I don't think it's
I don't think
Spotify,
it's
'cause they-
but they got a deal though.
I know
Yeah.
They got
I
a
know
bag
he was.
though.
Rory was beefing with dudes from Spotify, so
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't think it's.
But I know they got a
Maybe it's like
distribution.
Tidal or
They got
something.
they got a distribution deal though.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Somebody,
Yeah, from
But it's,
somebody.
but it's dope to see them doing their thing, and then they're putting people on. So they got shorty named Damaris on the show, and then they got the people in the back, I guess, doing cameras and all that other stuff. So it's just dope, and obviously some of that creativity probably comes from Joe because
Yeah.
he showed them the ropes
Yeah.
type of thing. You know what I'm saying? And to me, I feel like we need more people like that. You know what I'm saying? And that soon will be you. You know what I'm saying? Like you having like 3 podcasts and you're basically putting people on or showing them certain things of how to create. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, like there's so much you can get out of a podcast. Like it doesn't have to be just talking about one particular thing. You know what I mean? And to be honest with you, if we didn't have this, our job would be a little bit more harder to put people on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we have all access to the things that we actually want to do. Might as well just start it up now. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
we'll see
I
what
mean,
happens.
Yeah. My fault, bro.
Oh, no, I was gonna say.
Nah. I'm just I mean, like you guys said, it could. I'm not gonna say it could. It will. It's gonna lead to a bigger bag. You know what I mean? The warmers, y'all, like you say, y'all putting in the work consistently. So it's y'all gonna get y'all day. You know what I mean? Y'all gonna get y'all time. Y'all time is coming. Y'all time is coming, and like y'all gonna get that. You know what I mean? We're gonna see the warmer show on
Better see that shit.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? We on a, maybe it could be an iHeart deal,
anything.
it could be Spotify, it could be Patreon, it could be
Yeah.
you know what I mean, there's so many outlets right now. And there's so much bread out there that we could
Yeah, it's crazy because it's like when you really sit down and say it out loud, like, yo, these people get paid to talk.
yeah.
Yeah.
You
It
feel me?
sounds
Like
crazy. It sounds crazy.
before it was, the kids is actually getting paid to play with toys.
Yeah.
But how did they do that? They got on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like us as adults, we getting on here and we talking our talk, depending on what we talking about, and these people are getting a bag for it. Like, why wouldn't I want to create my own joint? Like,
People getting
talk
paid
every
to
day.
play video
Yeah.
games now. Like,
Exactly.
you feel me? Like, nah.
There's people signed to the NBA on gaming deals right now. Like, you know what I mean? So there's a bag everywhere, man. And you know what I mean? Even like, you talking about Joe Budden, man. Like me personally, I got a lot of love for Charlemagne. He has the Black Effect Network on iHeart now. And look how many podcasts are getting bread right now, just being linked to, to that brand of the Black Effect, like the 85 South show.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like
they
they
going crazy.
they just I just seen they got to deal with the Atlanta Hawks right now that they're putting out Atlanta Hawks 85 South gear.
That's what's up.
Smoke Dizza is on, the Black Effect Network. They got
Party.
Jess Hilarious. Jess Hilarious got a show over there now. She's
Nice,
getting a bag for
nice.
that too. Man, it's a lot of people that are getting, paid. iHeart's throwing out bags right now.
Nah, yeah.
So
Shout out to iHeart.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
real.
facts.
We need
Yeah.
a bag too.
Yeah, the One More Show. Y'all gotta tune into the One More Show and send them their
Yeah,
bag.
let's make that happen.
And it's crazy you brought up iHeart because somebody from iHeart, they actually was looking into the whole app and as a whole, and I feel like they were brought in at the wrong time because we were still in the beginning stages of things, and when they were actually tuning in, not necessarily our show, but some of the other shows that go on, they were kind of like all over the place. So they kind of told us like, yo, look, because the deal was they kind of wanted to take the whole thing as a whole and just move it over to iHeart.
Okay.
Like all the shows, everything as a whole, and just move the whole thing over to iHeart. And pretty much like give us our own station at iHeart. And the only downside was that some of the shows were like spotty and they didn't have it all figured out yet. And that's what kind of shied them away. Not necessarily saying that like, yo, it's a done deal, but the dude was like, yo, look, I see it. It's just in the beginning stages. Like when y'all figure it out and y'all kind of like got it together.
It just had to be like real structured.
Yeah.
It had to just there was just certain things that was happening that shouldn't happen if you're on like a major platform. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And at the end of the day, like that was us still in like you can say like training mode.
yeah.
We're still trying to figure it out, but I feel like, you know, not to toot our own horn, but if they was to tune in now, they'll
It would
be
be a
like,
different
Different
story.
conversation.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It'd definitely be a different conversation because as far as even down to the music that I play, like I'm like real structured with the music that I'm playing. You know, even as far as like you can hear the show, I can maybe about 5 times I don't let a curse fly, and and I could do it if I wanted to.
Yeah.
You know, it's just me programming myself that like, yo, I can't play this if I'm on a major station.
Yeah.
I can't do certain things if I'm on a major station. You know what I mean? Even times where we might be interviewing somebody and they might slip, say a curse, I'll right away grab them and move the mic like, yo, bro, you can't, like, we got to keep it clean. Like, you know what I mean? And although, you know, and I say this a lot to people, especially people that come up here, and me and Smoov, we had this conversation a couple times where we take this show serious. So the people that we bring up, we want them to look at our show the same way that we take our show. So we don't want somebody to come up here and just treat it like, oh, this is whatever to them. Like, I could curse, I could do whatever. No, treat this like if you was at Hot 97, because if you was on Hot 97, you wouldn't be cursing like that.
probably wouldn't even get the opportunity.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, if you was to ever make it on a big station to get an interview on something.
It'll be a one and done.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, as soon as you say something like that, it'll be like, yo, we got to get you out of here. Like, interview's done right away. But because you feel like this ain't Hot 97, you could just downplay it and kind of like we're not trying to have that. So if you can't go by the guidelines, then we can't have you on the show, respectfully. Like, and we take our show serious. We take it very serious. And the same things with you guys. I know you guys take your podcast real serious. So you're not just going to have anybody on your show. You know what I mean?
Oh, nah,
And I'm pretty sure a lot of
definitely
people try to say, yo, let me come, and it's like,
and
can't.
a lot of them,
Been
and
a lot so far.
Yeah, we've had a lot so far.
It's been a lot.
Yeah,
yeah, like you know, even in the actual studio, there's no smoking in the studio unless we lighting up hookah.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's not
It's just respecting your space.
yeah, exactly. You know, that's not like saying that we can't do it. We could if we felt like we could hotbox this whole room if we felt like it. But it's just, you know what I mean? We got to keep that standard. We got to keep it as professional as possible, because at the end of the day, we're training ourselves. Like me and Smoov are treating this as training for the next level. So once we get to that next level, we already know the ins and outs. We know what to do. They don't got to school us on nothing. It's like we could just go. You know what I mean? We ain't got to be like, yo, we can't smoke in here. Like, because then right away they're going to be looking at us like, nah, this ain't for them. Nah, we're going to get there early smoke outside and then go inside. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we gonna do it accordingly. Like
Yeah.
we know how to follow the rules.
Yeah, we know what's up.
Yeah. So just quickly, man, I'll just go through the music. I mean, with Smoov, we got the top fives alternate. Top fives alternate. So maybe you got a different one now, man. Let me get y'all top fives.
I think it's still the same.
It's still the same.
I said I think it's still the same. I would assume.
And where does Lil Wayne fall?
It's not in any order, right?
No.
No order, just top five.
So Wayne is up there. Nas. Jay.
It sounds like you did it in order, right?
Nah, I'm just thinking of the names. So I said Wayne.
You said Wayne.
Hove, Nas, Pac, Biggie.
Okay.
Okay.
I think that was my same. I had the
You
same.
had Kiss before.
I did.
Yeah. I think you had Kiss over Wayne.
Probably.
I want to say, obviously, the obvious people, Nas, Big, Hove,
Jay.
yeah.
Oh, you said Hove.
Yeah.
Pac.
I want to say no.
To Pac.
Yeah, I want to say no to Pac. I wasn't.
To Pac.
I wasn't that big of a Pac fan, and maybe that's because I'm from the East Coast. Maybe that's because I'm from Brooklyn, Queens. I grew up on Hove, Big, Nas. That's who I grew up on. Pac never really had. I mean, although Pac made good music, but it never really like resonated with me like that. You know what I mean? So I can't really put. And then you can't forget about the new guys who have been consistent.
Yeah.
And when I say new guys, meaning somebody like a Drake, you have to put Drake in that conversation because.
So is Drake in your five?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. Because although he may not be rapping wise, he may not fit in that top five if you look at the whole list. But as far as career wise, nobody's in that list has had a better career than, aside from Jay, is the only other person that has had a better career than Drake. Who else in the rap game has been around for this amount of years and has put out multiple albums and they all have done good? It's been almost 15 years now. Drake has been in the game, and he's still, to this day, from him coming in the game, he's still that number one guy that everybody goes to get that number one hit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you can't deny. I don't care who it is. You can't.
Slowly
you
changing though.
Yeah, it's slowly
Yeah.
changing, but
It's
you
going
can.
to Cole.
It's going to Cole, and it moves around. But for the most part, it kind of always for the longevity of his career,
Yeah. I feel
he's always been that number one guy, no matter what he does.
So you got
I had Big, Nas, Jay, Drake. And the only other person I would have to put up there,
There's so many you could put though.
it's a lot. It's a
Yeah.
lot. I want to say I'm gonna say Fab,
Okay.
and then if I and I would say Fab and Wayne is like neck and neck for that last slot. Like it, and I say Fab because of the consistency.
Is this top five greatest best rappers you think, or like your favorite top five rappers?
No, he's just saying give your
Yeah.
personal top five.
Yeah, top five.
No, but top five what though? Like
top five
you think
rappers.
is the greatest rappers of all time, or your top five favorite rappers of all time? Because I have a different set. Like I don't think like my favorite are different to the people who I think is the greatest.
I was just asking your top 5. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
What?
Sometimes you gotta. What he's saying is like.
I know. I get what
It's
you.
like, oh, top. What's your Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah.
My
Who's
favorite rappers to listen to, a lot of them ain't on my Mount Rushmore. Some of them ain't on them, but you know what I'm saying?
It's not Nas.
That's why I asked, like, which.
Nah, I mean,
Nas not on the
No,
Mount
I'm
Rushmore.
just messing with.
I was just trying to see. I'm like, Nas kind of.
It's not Nas.
I mean, it
it's
kind
not
of goes.
Triple H.
It kind of goes both. For me, it's kind of both because, like I said, if you know, Nas, J, Big is like self-explanatory. Like,
and Pop.
I mean, yeah, you can say Pac also.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
that's
I mean,
self-explanatory.
if you want to talk about the Mount Rushmore, that's probably the Mount Rushmore right there.
Yeah, you know, that's self-explanatory. Like those guys are self-explanatory. Like you don't even got to name those at this point.
Yeah.
That's why I asked if his favorite.
But then,
Yeah.
but
But he talked about consistency, and he talked about doing things that other people haven't. You know,
Yeah, like-
that would play a part into who he thinks is the greatest.
yeah, like and like I said, you know, there hasn't been somebody in the rap game like a Drake, never. Like this is the first time we're seeing somebody like this, aside from Hove. Hove was the guy that we seen summer after summer drop music, and it always did good.
I don't know about all that.
I'm
I don't
saying
know about all
Wayne
that.
is in that category also.
Nah, but I don't know. I don't know about that J take. Though.
Jay's always been-
every summer,
Jay,
but everything fire.
bro.
I don't know.
He's always
I
he's
mean,
always been.
I haven't heard a miss.
That's what
I'm
he's
not
always
saying-
been that top.
I'm not saying he's missed. I'm just saying
It wasn't
he's
the
never
hottest.
did 8 straight summers as the hottest artist. Nah, dog.
as the
Nah,
hottest
it's,
artist.
it's yeah, but you can't say that because
Eight summers. That means 8 years straight, right?
you can't say that because you got to remember, especially now, people don't sit with music as long as they do now. Like music now
comes out too
is
quick.
it's too
fickle.
fast,
Microwave.
and it's like people come and go. Like if you look, Kanye and Drake just dropped the album a couple months ago. People aren't even talking about it now.
Because they weren't nothing to be.
Even
They weren't memorable.
yeah, but still, even if you think,
drop a new album.
but even if you think, what's the last memorable album that you still listen to now?
Cole.
In the off season. It's,
No, but I'm saying recently, the last year, what's an album that you still listen to this day in the last year? That you can go back and say, I still listen to that album to this day.
like 2021.
Yeah, and the last albums in the last year.
I mean, there's 2. There's off season and there's King's Disease 2.
I like Off Season. I got Dom Kennedy. That album is fire. And that's a bit.
To be honest with you, y'all gonna get a lot of different artists because a lot of different a lot of albums went to certain viewers. You get what I'm trying to
Oh
say?
yeah,
It wasn't-
yeah.
they- like besides J. Cole and to me, besides Nas, though
Oh, yeah,
everybody
Nas,
else's album may have gone to selective people. It wasn't like
Oh yeah.
everybody would agree like that was that album. Nah, Donda. I'm not
Donda,
gonna lie,
yeah.
There's a
Donda.
couple songs on there.
Nah, I think that album. After listening to it, I think that album was definitely better than CLB. But because of who Drake is, that it kind of like
I said it then.
overpowered.
I said it then that I thought Donda was better than CLB. It was just
See, that wasn't me
Yeah.
in the beginning because I was listening to the artist. I wasn't listening to the
Yeah.
actual production. I wasn't
Yeah.
listening to the word plays. I wasn't listening to the structure. Like I was just like, all right, cool. This is a nice little song. This is gonna ring in the club. You know
Oh,
what I'm
yeah,
saying? But
yeah.
when
It
if
grew
I
over time
want to
better.
listen to an album from front to back, I'm gonna
Yeah.
pick Donda.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because there was mad skips for me on CLB. There was mad skips.
I got like
Yeah.
3. I kept 3.
I kept 3 too. I kept with No Friends in the Industry, Knife Talk.
Some is gonna be different because I had different from CLB's album.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like it's like I said, man. Drake is something that we never seen before. You know, the only closest person to Drake is Hove. at this point, as far as career wise. We're not talking anything else. We just talking career
I think
wise.
Smoov disagrees.
It's like-
it's a guy by the name of
I
Dwayne
ain't
Michael
gonna say-
Carter
nah,
Jr.
I'm not gonna say nothing.
Nah,
I'm gonna let him talk.
I mean, Lil Wayne is another person who his career, we've seen his career, but then you can't really, you gotta argue the fact that in the last couple years, we haven't, Wayne, in the last few years, Wayne has been trying to do his comeback. When I
that's
say
not true,
when I
bro.
say comeback, I mean comeback to like the masses. Not comeback
Once
as
again,
in his,
that's still not true.
Whenever he drop, bro.
Yeah.
He drop, it's lit.
no, I know that.
What I'm trying to say is not even that part. Is what artist right now, probably besides the Lil Baby, not the Baby, but Lil Baby, can get on anybody's feature, do good, and it sells. Lil Wayne has done that this whole year, but he was the one that created that in the first place.
Yeah.
No,
he was
that's
the
a
one.
fact.
But what I'm saying is, it's not that he's trying to reinvent, or he's not trying. It's not that he's trying. He's just doing him.
Yeah.
He literally was just in jail, so that took some time. Was about to go back. He had to get taken. Like
He had to
Trump
get
had to.
pardoned.
You know what I
He
mean?
had to get pardoned.
He had to get pardoned. Then he's getting sued left and right.
Yeah, for all these
The assault,
the
allegedly.
beats. Yeah, the beats,
You know what I'm saying? So
samples.
mad stuff going on, right? But it's not that he stopped making music. It's just he can't. The relationships is not even the same anymore. Rick Ross, he can't really make a lot of music with Rick Ross. They was beefing, not him per se, but he was
Birdman.
beefing with Birdman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The hottest artist
And Rick
in,
and
the,
Ross
in these
still not
last
messing
couple
with
of
him.
years was messing with Birdman, which was Young Thug. You
Yeah.
get what I'm trying to say? And they wasn't really.
And Ross
seen-
and Birdman still not seen eye to eye.
Yeah, but what I'm
Yeah,
trying to
I
say
mean-
is like some of the relationships that Wayne had,
Yeah.
where he could just say, "Hey, I could just call this artist and I can just get him on the, you know what I mean, off the fly, off the rip." And some of the relationships, a lot of the artists are younger, so a Pop Smoke is not OD running to, yo, I need to get a song with Wayne. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get a song with the next hottest artist right now.
Yeah.
Not that Wayne wasn't hot. It's
Yeah.
just say he wasn't as consistent.
I mean, to a lot of these new kids' credit, they are reaching out to Wayne. Like
no, they are,
like
but
Lil Baby got a song with Wayne.
yeah, everybody's gonna, because you're gonna
Polo
want
G.
you're gonna want a song. But when
Yeah.
I say like consistent, you know what I'm saying? They're not gonna consistently. They only need him for the one song.
Yeah.
Same thing like Drake. I don't need it. I don't need a whole album with Drake. I would love an album with Drake, but if I can get that one song, I know it's gonna be a hit, so I might as well just go for that. And it's not a clout thing because
Yeah.
the chemistry is probably there, but is literally what's going on right now is the younger generation or the younger artists are flourishing more than the rappers from like 10 years ago, 15 years ago. If you really look at it, NBA
Yeah.
Youngboy, he's one of the hardest artists streaming wise,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, streaming. He's
YouTube,
going
he's
crazy.
killing
You know
it.
what I'm saying? But because of the streaming world and because that took over the main thing of
Yeah.
rap right now, that's the main focus.
I think that's why Drake
Drake
what he
still
does.
kills
I mean,
because
'cause
he's
his
gonna
streams are-
because he's
his
gonna
streams are crazy.
but
Yeah.
they stream it because they love that music.
Yeah.
Now Wayne, his music is not geared for the music that you're listening to right now. He can he's gonna give you some freestyles, he's gonna give you a song, but those songs aren't gonna be the kind of songs that you listen to right now. I'm a Wayne fan, so I'm gonna listen
Which is
to it.
crazy. You know that Wayne is in that, like kind of in that class where he does better on natural sales than he does on actual streams. Like his
Yeah.
new albums, like the Carter 5 sold great, but the streams,
Because I as a fan, you're probably gonna buy the album.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna buy it like
'Cause it's Wayne.
$15 or whatever,
Yeah.
because that's somebody I grew up with. No matter what
Yeah.
he drops, I'm just gonna buy it
It's like
because I
Hov.
know he does his thing, right?
yeah,
To download an album every time, you're taking up space in my phone. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, some of the songs are not gonna get that replay value. You know what I'm saying? It's not because the song is whack. It's like I already bought it, bro. Like I don't want to keep downloading the same thing. A Drake, when you throw that on the radio, you're gonna hear that shit so many times. Like, I'm gonna just download that shit. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna go to the mall. He's playing in the mall. He's playing everywhere. So at some point in time, you're gonna download that shit. Wayne is not gonna get played everywhere because that's not what the masses is looking for. They're probably tired of that kind of. They see it everywhere now. I'd rather get the young person's kind of. I don't want to pay Wayne so much money to have him do shows, have him, come to the clubs and all this stuff. But where do you think the music gets played? In those places. So it's unfortunate, but at the end of the day, he still finds a way to, hey, I might not drop, but I'm gonna drop on somebody else's song. Still reap the benefits of it because they're gonna have to pay me that cash to do a feature. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I mean, and Wayne's doing that too, man. Like Wayne's he was on the What's Poppin' remix. Wayne was on the Waukesha remix with Moneybag.
He started off this year too. He was on Corday's joint.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Wayne.
yeah, like
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Wayne and a couple people because 21 had a crazy year of features too.
21. I was
on a feature run.
Honestly, he's underrated when it comes to features.
He
Oh
does
yeah,
his
that's
thing.
a fact. That's a fact.
He sounded like Ross on some of these songs, like
Yeah.
Boss
And-
Talk, like
And Little Baby too. Little Baby's going crazy on features too.
I'm starting to get a little tired of Lil Baby. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
And, and
Yeah, like it's getting there.
and Dirk too. Dirk be going crazy on features.
Dirk be going crazy.
What Dirk? Yeah, Dirk went crazy on that.
Yeah.
Dirk went crazy on that Who Want Smoke remix.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I heard he's gonna
He's about to drop too.
he was on
dropping
Drake.
on the 22nd.
Yeah, but everybody.
Yeah, Dirk is everywhere right now. Dirk was on every big album. Every big album.
So was Baby.
Yeah, Little Baby
Had a big
too.
year.
Yeah, I think
Him and Baby.
him and Little Baby.
It's 9 out of 10 times gonna be someone of
Well-
it's gonna be an anthem.
Well, Dirk got the Nicki. He did the Nicki feature before Lil Baby did. He did Nick. Dirk he was featured on a Nicki song before Little Baby was. Yeah, Dirk was
All
on.
the big rappers that dropped this year.
I was so happy for Dirk, man. Damn, I was so happy for Dirk.
Well, he definitely changed a lot since
Yeah.
he first came out.
I mean, yeah. Well,
I mean, his image.
The drill isn't so drill sometimes.
yeah. I mean,
He
he's
shies away from it a little.
the beats are
from here.
different. It's the
Yeah.
same. It's the same material, but just
He's rapping
different
it over slower beats.
Just
over
his
better
look.
beats.
His look is different. He don't look the same.
I mean, he when he
was
first started, he had
cleaner.
the dreads.
Didn't he have the cut?
Yeah, he had
He-
a cut. Yeah,
no.
he had a cut.
The first sign to the streets, he had dreads.
Oh, but then he cut it.
Nah,
And then he
this
cut
is
it.
this is what's that song? This is what you want.
Yeah, that was his first hit.
Yeah,
that's when he
that's
signed
what
to
I'm
Def
saying.
Jam. But when he first started with Chief Keef, when Chief Keef first came out,
Mhm.
and Dirk was there, because Dirk was supposed to be on I Don't Like.
Oh, okay.
That was the original feature was Lil Durk, but he went to jail.
Copy.
And when at that time he had the dreads, and then when he cut his dreads is when he signed to Def
That
Jam.
was a big mistake. Pause.
What signed to Def Jam?
No, cutting his hair.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Like,
because
he looked mad different compared to you know what I
yeah,
mean?
and then that's when Def Jam wasn't showing him the love, and that's when he started doing the Coke Boy stuff with
Y'all,
French.
listen to 2 Chainz album.
The newest one.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I'm like 3
I like the
albums
last
behind.
one. So
So
I'm
like,
2 hours behind.
Yeah, I
with
feel
Two
like
Chainz.
he's ever gonna get that whole feature.
No,
Yeah,
Nah.
He's-
yeah,
He needs
he
to stop
deserves it.
chasing
He deserves it.
Yeah.
definitely
I feel
does,
like I
but
feel like Hov be ducking him for some reason, like
Yeah,
on some little bro.
yeah.
Nah, but I feel like, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like he shows up on some people's songs though. Like
Who?
Chains.
nah,
Like
Hov.
Hov?
Yeah,
Yeah, but look at the
Yeah.
people he shows up for.
I mean, but there be some
He
songs.
showed up
There
for
be some
Drake.
young.
He showed up for Hove. I mean, for Ye, Drake.
That was his last. Few.
those are his last 2 features. Was Hove and Drake.
He ain't do one of them Griselda boys.
Hove? No.
But
But
I'm saying, wasn't he like on a song? Well, what on a? I wouldn't count the baby with that because
no. Oh, he did Nipsey for the Black Messiah movie, Judas and the Black Messiah.
no, the they fall something like that. Or harder they fall. Yeah.
But even then, look at that's.
I feel like between 2 Chainz and who else be like going mad hard for a verse from Hove.
Everybody.
No, but I'm saying like the ones that they've been in the game for a minute and they still didn't get it. But
well, Push got one.
But they deserve it. But they deserve it type thing. But they like it's somebody like in the realms of
Future
2
got
Chainz.
one. Future got 2 Hove songs.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Well, because of DJ Khaled.
Well,
Yeah, but that was
I
more
mean-
because of Khaled. It wasn't more because of.
I mean, but
Future.
he got it though. 2 Chainz can't even say that. 2 Chainz would have been happy to do a whole song on the Khaled album, or happy doing a song with Hove on a Khaled
Who's the
album.
hottest in the A right now?
Lil Baby. He done took the crown from the Migos and Future.
He's not from Atlanta.
Little Baby from Atlanta.
Oh, I think you meant
Oh.
Dirk. My fault. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gunna's
Nah,
good.
but Gunna's not bigger than Lil Baby right now.
I mean, he got ways to go. I mean, but what about Thug?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What about that?
Thug is not selling like Lil Baby is.
I mean, but Thug
I
got
think
his
he
own.
does. I think he
Thug got
does.
his own shit.
Nah,
I think so.
I really think he is.
bro. How?
And
Okay,
he
hold
literally
on.
puts them on.
Hold on.
Yeah,
You know how I
Thug
know-
put
you know-
all of
I
Atlanta
know, I
on,
understand that, but this is how I know Thug is not selling like Lil Baby. Lil Baby had the highest selling album in any genre of 2020. He outsold Taylor Swift.
No, I feel you.
Damn, that's
He had the highest selling album of 2020.
It may have not been Young Thug's last album, but the one before that sold
Oh, that's
crazy.
That's
So much fun.
Yeah,
That
But-
one
was good.
it wasn't even that it was good. It sold a lot.
Who's the executive producer on that? On So Much Fun.
I don't even know who.
J. Cole.
Oh shit, yeah, J. Cole.
This guy.
Oh my shit, damn. Yeah, man.
That's how you gonna be on No Fun.
No, he executive produced it. He didn't like. What do you mean? Executive produce?
Oh shit.
No, I'm talking about like executive produce. Like he was kind of like how Future's the executive producer of Donda, like controlling the like I guess the pace of the album and stuff. But yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. I don't think 2 Chainz is gonna get his whole feature ever. I think whoever Hove wanted to give first of all, Hove was not even giving Cole features or Kendrick
Might see
We
it.
never gonna get a Cole and Hove
song ever again.
ever.
Why not?
I mean, we have one, but we're not gonna get that again.
Why not?
I don't know.
No, Cole and
Cole and
Hove.
Hove,
I think it's possible.
but I feel like they.
Hove should have been on the off season.
I mean, he might be on like the
if
fall.
Cameron can get on the song with
J. Cole.
Hove can get on the song with.
I mean, they've been together.
Yeah. Probably. Who knows?
Hopefully,
I mean, Hove. There's been talks. He's been in the studio.
I hope so.
I hope so.
I hope so. Yeah, give him the socials, give him the time,
yeah,
give him
yeah.
the
It's
what the moves
warm up
are.
show. We tuned in every Thursday from 7 to 10. Socials, the _warm up show. You got mine as
on Instagram,
JSMOOV__88.
And mine is DJ Deeniro, DJDEENIRO.
Tim, you gonna give him the socials?
Oh yeah, man. You know it's
Oh, there you go.
OZ_marvelous. You know what I'm saying? You can check out the link. Got all the music and all that. Tap in.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Kid.
Any-
sounded so cool when
Yeah.
you said that. I couldn't.
Yo, this is what you do. You gotta. Yo, this is what you do, bro. You gotta.
I feel you.
You gotta know that shit like back of your hand.
I just give them my phone.
You gotta know your.
Yeah,
you gotta
that.
know your IG tag like your social, B.
Any church announcement? No, Deeniro. Like clubs DJing that? No.
Next weekend I'm actually celebrating my birthday. So if anybody's listening, anybody's hanging out in New York, on the 18th we're gonna be in Privilege. That's on Northern Boulevard and 86th Street. On the 19th, Saturday, we're gonna be at Alpha. That's in Astoria. And on the 20th, we're gonna be in Chill Lounge. That's also in Astoria. So
Get to it.
Yeah. Tim.
Popping bottles.
Smoov. Nothing else.
Marvelous.
None. I got nothing.
Not really. I mean, we got a show next week. We're gonna kick it off. Birthday vibes. You know what I'm saying? Gonna have some guests in here, and we're gonna, do our thing as usual. So, business as usual.
I got some new music coming soon. I've been in the lab. I'm about to get
Huh?
back in it. So be on the lookout for that. Definitely. I'm drop a couple freestyles, and then I'm gonna get back to the some original.
You doing the money challenge?
Nah, I don't do challenges.
I
Challenges.
was just making sure.
It's got to be something real fire for me to do the challenge. But I got like 2 freestyles I'm gonna drop. I haven't done a freestyle in a while, so I'm gonna try to do that, and then I'm gonna get back to the original music. I'm gonna get more tapped in.
All right.
What?
Quan. Any church announcements? No.
Nah, we just got the No Pun Intended podcast right now.
It's fire.
Other than that, pass it to the man, no pun intended, himself, Mr. Pun.
I believe that's me.
Yeah, that's you, man.
Yeah, no. At the time of this recording, but the new episode of Wrestling the Rap Game will be out with Lord Adrian. Y'all might know him as the Walmart guys. You know, the guys that be wrestling in Walmart, like they be crashing through the tables and stuff in the middle of Walmart.
That's what's up.
That episode will be out on Wrestling the Rap Game by then. I will have a shirt out by this time as well, or a prototype out. You might see it on NXT. If you catch me on Tuesdays, I'll be in the crowds. Spiel will be dropping his freestyles. The freestyles with Butter, Bird, K-Pod, and Matane. That'll be out at that time. Matane's new project, Unreleased Affection, will be out at that time. Y'all make sure you go stream that. It's for the ladies. It's Valentine's Day weekend,
It'll be weekend.
Oh, I guess
It comes out tomorrow. Well,
it comes out at the time.
well, it's out right now.
It's out right now, actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, make sure you go stream that. Play that for your shorties. Getting them draws and
GTD, baby.
yeah, yes. And that's what I got. Y'all can follow me on They Call Me Pun on Instagram. They Call Me Pun 94 on Twitter. WTRG Pod on Instagram and Twitter. No Pun Intended Pod on Instagram and Twitter. And I think that's it. Y'all go just hit the link in my bio on They Call Me Pun and you'll see everything. And yeah, I think that's that's about it, guys. This has been the No Pun Intended podcast. So y'all have a good one. We'll catch y'all next time. Outie.